diagnose, and repair your vehicle. Dealer-level capabilities with hometown service. A1 Automotive, 1117 L Street. You can call us 402-477-4660.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier, furry friends.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they're committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perchmerch.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion with Window World Lincoln. Are you ready to transform your home? We offer exceptional replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing that will elevate your home's curb appeal and value. As a nationally known, locally owned business, we treat you like family and work tirelessly to deliver the best for less. Don't wait to give your home the upgrade it deserves. Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or check out windowworldlincoln.com. Let's make your home the talk of the neighborhood.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $198 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1008623, $198 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 14,000 due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, license fees, extra residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio. From the heart of Lincoln, America, this is What's Next 24 with the authors of Next 24.
All right, welcome in. Happy Sunday. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. As always, we got the host, Mike and Sheri, in studio to my left. If you guys want to join in for this show or any of our Sunday shows, 402-464-5685. That is the Sarah Heyman text line. Mike and Sheri, how's it going this morning?
Well, it's good. Welcome to What's Next with Mike and Sheri on 93.7 The Ticket. Sure, we got a very special show today.
I'm telling you, probably going to be one of my favorites.
Oh, it is going to be one of our favorites.
Adam.
We got a surprise guest.
No offense, Grant.
No, no offense. But you know, it's been 2 years. We've been doing the show for 2 years. Feels like just I said to Harrison a year ago, it's been a year. It's already been 2. We've had over 80 guests on the show.
The older you get, the quicker time goes.
So we thought today we'd make it a very special show. Why don't you introduce our guest, Sheri?
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you what, you guys, there are no words to even tell you what this person means to us. And all joking aside, we could have gotten through the past, I'm going to get teary-eyed, there's a big surprise. We could have gotten through these past 2 years without this amazing, amazing young man. I mean, he puts up with us. He puts up with our junk. He just he's just all around amazing, not just for us, but for every single person in the station, for every single host, for every radio show. Our guest today is our producer.
It's Harrison.
It's Harrison
Yay.
Aarons.
Well, I
And
appreciate
I'm
it.
telling you what, I keep telling him if his mom would let me, I'd adopt him. Yes, Adam, then you would have a sibling.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, well, no, Mike, you
No, Harrison, it's great. You have made this show special for us.
Oh, I really appreciate it.
We do feel that way, and we think about that every time you come in. We remember the first time we got to meet you and go through this, and we were so nervous. So, but let's jump in. Let's talk about you, if you don't mind, because we see you all the time. We check in. We're watching YouTube and Facebook and listen to the show, and you do so many shows. But let's people hear about you. Tell us your background. Where did you grow up?
So all the way back in Hartington, and quickly, I'll say thank you guys. I'm not great when it says the thank yous and all this, so you have to bear through the awkwardness, but always learn to say thank you at the very least. But no, all the way back in a good old Northeast Nebraska, Hartington. Thick listeners probably get annoyed by how much I talk about the Hartington where I'm from.
Well, what was it like growing up there? Tell us about it. We'd like to hear it.
Classic small town. Are you guys? Where'd you? Because you grew up in Lincoln, right?
I grew up in Lincoln.
And then Sheri?
half Lincoln, half Omaha.
Half Lincoln, half Omaha.
I'd have given my right arm to grow up in a
Okay,
small
but you guys
town.
know the small towns.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So small town, 1,600 town population. It's, probably
yeah.
maybe downward to 1,300 today. Or maybe it's even gone up. But no, I loved it. I say it all the time. Like, that's why I think I like Lincoln so much. It feels a little bit like a bigger small town.
Yeah.
The people are really nice. You don't have to worry about a whole lot of dangers out there. I mean, everything always feels pretty safe. And, I always just think growing up, I was pretty lucky that I was in one of those areas where you could go out, play with your friends, and there wasn't like a big fear for parents out there of like what you had a little bit more freedom to go out there and hang out with your friends. And, I just think a lot of that stuff was a big part of who I am today. And, anytime I go back to Hartington, I still love going up there.
Brothers
many
and
brothers
sisters?
and sisters?
No, we read my mind, Sheri. I'm sorry.
How many brothers and sisters? did
3
you have?
older brothers. So my mom always wanted a daughter. She didn't get quite great luck on that one. So
I have one or two I'd give her.
well, now I think she's good after she's had the 4 boys. She's had her, maybe that was her hands full on that one. But yeah, no, they're all, it goes pretty much all 2 years apart. So it goes Sawyer, who's about 2 years older, and then it goes Houston, 4 years older, and then Everett, the oldest, 6 years older.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
What'd your mom and dad do for work? Small town.
So my dad currently works up in, I'd have to name the name of the factory it is, but he works on like the cabs for a lot of like the like bulldozer stuff like that. I can't remember what the factory is up in Yankton.
Yeah.
And then my mom's right now currently down there at Food Town at the local grocer.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Were they grew up in that area themselves all their lives?
Pretty close. So my dad's from like the farm around Hartington, Nebraska, and then my mom was from Crofton, which is really close, right next to it. And then we used to have the farm as well, and then I think they still have some land on that, but then they just moved into town because the farming part, they were good with that. Once farming got difficult if you didn't have like a ton of land at the time.
Yeah.
So with all that, and then they just made a decision and then hold out some land, rent some of that acres out, and then relax a little bit in the city.
Did you grow up on a farm?
Yes, I did.
Very cool.
I can't say I'm a farmer, but I did grow up on a farm.
But very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I remember. See, I used to teach and coach down in Bruning, Nebraska, which is about only a little population. It's about 50 miles out here, about 300 people. So you'd be in Geneva, all around all that little area.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear you talk, I think about Friday Night Lights.
It looked like that.
Those schools that I was at was 8-man football. And that's where people would park their cars all around the football field. And if you scored or you won a game, they all honked their horns and went crazy. Tell us about school. What was Class C, Class D?
C2.
C2.
Yeah. So there was Hartington Public, and there's Hartington Public, which is right across the street. I don't know what they are today. I think they're playing 8-man. They were playing like towards the end of my high school career in like 2018. But no, Cedar Catholic, I think they might have flirted with 8-man, but I still think they're playing 11-man pretty solid. No, that was a great time. Sorry, I might have missed the question. What?
Oh, no.
Did you play?
Yeah, we played football. Did track for 1 year. Was not my favorite. And then never did wrestling, and then basketball. Those were the 3.
Oh,
What was
very
your
good.
position?
In basketball? Football tight end, outside linebacker.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Mhm.
There you go. Those were exciting times. Those were always fun. I'm just curious, as we talk on the show, growing up in a small town is pretty cool. But everybody's watching you. Did you have a good mentor, teacher, coach that you remember that's made a big influence on you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. I say, a few pretty commonly. I just think like really good teachers, like Mrs. Hamilton. She was a music teacher, and I wasn't a great singer or anything. And I didn't want to ever be a singer, but she was just a really good person. And I always felt like she always had like the best interest, was doing the job for all the right reasons. So always thought she was a really great element to that school. Terry Cottle used to be the principal. He used to be at Pius. I don't know where he's at right now because he went from Hardington to Pius here in Lincoln, and I can't remember if he's still there somewhere else. But I was actually really good friends with his son Sean, and then that whole family is just a really great family. And he's a pretty button-up guy, so it's I think pretty good role models. And then for coaches, I think they're all great. Matt Steffen was a basketball coach, just a really great leader, just a lot of kind people. I don't know if there's one I could put above anybody else, but I think just like the town as a whole was full of people that cared.
Well, how did growing up in that area, in that environment, how did that mold and shape you?
But I hope it made me a nice person. You are.
I think you are. That you succeeded.
Good deal. Yeah, I think that's the best thing. One of the best things about Hardington. It's kind of hard to, I feel like, leave that city and come out with like a negative look on the world. I don't know. I just feel like everyone in Hardington's really, really nice. Pretty whole. They're not trying to have hidden agendas with anything they're telling you. Like sometimes it's honest, and maybe you don't want to hear the honesty, but it's never bad intentioned. A little bit of a bubble too, right? I think between everyone there was Catholic. Not saying you have to be Catholic, but everyone was pretty similar mindset. And you had some like different denominations, but for the most part, there was a lot of similarity as far as like what everyone's backgrounds were, who they were, and that kind of unity I think helped as well.
So like in many small towns, I mean, was the thought to stay there or to leave?
Yeah, I don't know if DP'd swing for it, but if we could move the ticket to Hardington, I'd do it. Like, I love that town.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
But of course, you're not going to have the university. It just wouldn't work. So
tell us, because Harrison, you kind of shared a little bit. What was your plan after high school?
After high school, at first I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for school. Believe it or not, my first major was architecture.
Wow.
Well, I didn't like go into school, but when you go to graduate and they're like, what are you going to do in college? And, for some reason I thought architecture, even though I hate math. So never made it to the school year. And I even pulled out of that before things got rolling. So I was going to go to UNL, got the room and board fees and all that. And I didn't walk out with like a 32 on the ACT. Like I thought I scored pretty high, realized UNL, unless like you're sniffing 30s, they're not going to give you enough to like really cover the full expenses. Now there's other scholarships and things like that you can do, which helped, but even then the room and board fee was quite a bit. So then I switched gears, 2 years at SEC. I kind of wrapped up there, got my associate's degree, and then I did 1 year at UNL, and then I just kind of pulled back.
Where'd you get your associate's degree in?
Associates, it's just journalism. They have like a journalism program, and then
okay.
Well, how did you step into doing radio?
Kind of got lucky. So my brother Houston sent me an internship.
I love that name. I had a horse named Houston.
Yeah.
Anyways.
He sent like an internship, and this would have been 2019, 2020 maybe. It was probably 2 years ago before COVID. And then I was working at CIP and then over at SEC at the same time, doing both of those. And then I just put it in, and it took like a year, I think, before I heard back from any of it. So I just honestly kind of forgotten about it. And then I got an email one day, excuse me, asking if I was still interested. And obviously I said, yeah. I interviewed with Mark Onmler at the time. And then from there kind of did 2 jobs, was the intern for Early Break for about a year. Then slowly weeknights, and you guys are aware of it, weeknights just blew up as far as it became 18 hours a day. So it allowed for a lot more reps. And then just kind of kept advancing that way.
Was that the internship at 93.7 the ticket?
Yeah, it's the internship at the ticket. And then I worked for CIP as well, which is just like apartments, maintenance.
Right. So
like
you started in the morning with sipping the guys.
That is my first one. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was the start.
And was this at the
old studio? Location? Yeah. You guys saw the old studio, haven't you?
I've seen pictures.
Okay.
I've only seen pictures.
You didn't miss out on anything.
Can you
That's
share?
what we've heard.
Yeah. Can you share a little bit about that? What was it like back then?
I mean, so humble beginnings, right? I'm not going to say it wasn't suitable. Like it definitely worked for what we were at the time, but we can never do what we're doing now at that old studio. So take this room, take maybe that room. Welcome to the old studio.
Wow.
And that's including, the offices.
Wow.
well, maybe I'm cutting a little bit. You could probably go to that pillar, but it was just tiny. Like you wouldn't want to necessarily host big events there. You would have to go find a space to host an event. Right. Whereas to here, like obviously we want to host stuff here. It's a fitting environment for it. The old studio was good for the workers, and you just wasn't a lot of wiggle room for anything else in there.
The offices were basically closets.
Yeah, the offices were closets, and at the time maybe all they needed was closets, but the staff kept growing and growing, and then it got to a point where just had to upgrade.
Well,
wow.
Tell me, because I'm really fascinated about this. When this for a young person, the idea of doing internships. I don't think people know about this enough. Talk about it enough. Tell us that story. What was it like for you? How did you begin? I mean, as far as learning what you do, because you do it well now.
Yeah, I think the biggest part is just be willing to do it. I mean, I wasn't getting paid at the time. I guess that's kind of taboo now. I don't know. Is the expectation for kids to get paid on internships? I guess that's changed a little bit. I know we at the ticket do that, but I think when we first started, it necessarily wasn't. But it didn't really bother me, because it was just. Yeah. I say it all the time. Like if you're going to get an opportunity to do this, there's money rolling into my account every 2 weeks for a job that's sitting on a chair talking about sports, and I'm hitting buttons on a board. I say it all the time. Like I'm not doing a quote unquote real man job, and man doesn't mean only men can do it. Just I'm not out in the sun working with my hands. I'm not, pulling wires through attics. Like I've done hard jobs. This is a really fun job. It has pressures to it, things you got to take care of. Yeah. But I'll never get it mixed up on how great of an opportunity it is.
Well, but let me ask you, because I think that's really goes along with our show. This is without money coming in, internship, but you had to make a mental commitment to do it and to learn it. Who taught you?
Ethan Petrick was the first intern. Otherwise, self-taught on like the editing hardware stuff like that. Just because I think I've always kind of enjoyed that stuff to a degree, so I didn't mind it as much. And then as far as like just listening to Early Break helped a lot as far as the on-air stuff, and then DP, and of course we have a lot of great talent to like take notes from.
Well, tell to me, because I think this would be a good story here, Harrison, because people don't realize. Peel back the curtain a little bit. What was your first day like?
Man, my first tired, very tired. Was not used to getting up that early at CIP. I think I was doing a 9 to 5, with the exception of certain times dipping out for like a class at SEC. But early break, that was 6 a.m. So you're getting used to waking up at 5 a.m. 5 days a week for an entire year. Like that took a lot of getting used to. I think I only overslept like maybe one time, which is incredible, probably from you guys. But and then I've figured out a lot of that, and it's just a lot of commitment to it. Again, it was hard waking up early, but again, I'm not waking up to go shingle a roof or pour new concrete. Like I'm waking up early, listen to what is one of the more popular shows in all of sports radio.
Well, share with people, because you're called your title, as a producer. What does that mean? What do you do as a producer?
Being a producer essentially just means being good at fixing any technical issue. Good at, I mean, you're just kind of the chain link, I guess, if that makes sense, right? Like, for the talent, you got to make sure they're on the same page. In the equipment, you got to make sure all that's working. So a lot of your job is don't get in the way. If you see opportunities to help out, add to the show. Don't like try to take over a show. You're writing a line of adding value to the show without taking over. And then also being aware, hey, if something's not working, everyone's going to look at you. So you got to be aware of how to fix that stuff. I think it's just kind of writing that line.
And basically, you hold it all together. I mean, I had the pleasure of seeing Harrison twice this week at Adam Carricker's football camp. And, he sat in that heat, and he literally worked his butt off, and then after it was all over and they left, I had to actually call him because there was a tent. We thought it was the tickets tent. The first person I call is Harrison, because I knew he would know. He is the guy in the know. Even simple things like that. The equipment that gets hauled for the remotes, and the things that you need for the remotes, and the things that need to be set up and taken down. I told Adam right away, I said, I'm going to call Harrison because he'll know. And, it's like, you're that glue. You're that glue that kind of helps keep all this together when the shows are going on. Obviously DP and Rebecca are, they're the top dogs, but You know,
I think it's a good description though, like for the producers, like that's
Yeah.
kind of the role, right? Like
They're
keep
the glue.
stuff on tracks rolling. Like yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, shoot, you know, we do our show, and I mean, we just keep talking on if Harrison
Well.
didn't give us, and I love his little signal of break without saying a word. And, you know, I mean, he keeps everybody on task, he keeps everybody on time. And with radio, I'm sure TV is the same way, but with the radio, you have to be very aware of that time constraint.
Yeah, it's not as strict, but it's definitely legal ID stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been here now then? How long's it been?
COVID's 21.
Since 2021.
Well,
So about
20
five-
well,
wow.
a year before. It was a little bit before COVID. So it
5,
would have
6
been
years.
5 or 6 years, yeah.
Looking back, what's the lessons you've learned?
You know, hard work pays off. I think it's got to be hard work with direction. It's probably the biggest thing I realized. Because I think my parents, you know, Hartington, and I give this advice to anyone, like if you got the hard work part down, like there's a lot of kids that know how to work hard, but you don't want to just be flailing, you know, in the wind. You got to figure out where to put that towards. And not saying I'm perfect at it or if I ever will be, but I think like that's the part where the hardest part is getting the work ethic. And I learned a lot of that. And I think once you have that down, it's figuring out what direction, you know, how do you use that? Where do you want to go with it? As opposed to just swinging, which is great. Are you heading towards something?
Oh,
What's this done for you? I mean, you come across now. You're very well spoken. Have you always been this well spoken? I mean, you're young and well spoken, or was this something you had to develop over time?
I think I always had pretty decent vocabulary. My parents would say I wasn't great or well spoken for the sense I talked probably too much. I do know, like growing up in sarcastic, right? They know they love me to death, but I know I had to annoy the heck out of them because I talked a lot. I know my brothers. I'll never forget that apparently there was a time we were going to the dentist. Can't remember if it was for braces, whatever the reason may be. Everett remembers that story to this day, and he just was amazed on how much I would not stop yapping. And then when he got back, I think that was the last time he ever took me to a dentist visit up in Norfolk. But yeah, I think I've always had a little bit of the gap in me. I know on my report cards and like kindergarten report cards, and like elementary report cards, the one mark I always got on there that was like a big problem was they'd write, he talks way too much at lunch. It's him and this kid, this kid, this kid.
Right here.
They won't finish their food on time because they're too busy talking to each other. So I think it's always been there.
Well, tell us. Obviously, 93.7, the ticket has had a huge impact on you. Can you share what that impact has been?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very grateful again for the opportunity. I think there's a lot of people that would love to have this job. The fact that I get to have this job is something I'll never take granted for. You know, for Rebecca in DP, like just thank you for the opportunity to even give those, you know, opportunities out there. I think it's just been a lot. I've met a lot of great people. You guys are certainly on that list. I could go through a lot of the people on the ticket roster. And I don't want to do that because I know I'm going to miss somebody and it'd just be unfair.
It's like at the Academy Awards. You can't thank
exactly.
everybody.
So we'll just say everyone. There's a lot of really, really great people here.
Now I'm watching the clock and I think we need to take a break.
Yeah, you're learning, Sheri. Go ahead.
Well, let's do that. Let's take a break.
And we'll be right back.
Because I want to get into this, talking about what Harrison's favorite shows have been, what impact it has been, and how he had to learn it. So we'll be back in just a second.
Marie, join me and James Rowland every Sunday night at 7 p.m. from April through August for the finish line. We'll do laps around the headlines and dirt track racing, let the rubber meet the road for NASCAR news, and talk with special guests, including your favorite local drivers and racing personalities. That's the finish line, Sunday at 7 p.m. all summer long on 93.7 The Ticket.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
Their age?
the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council. Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Beep, beep, beep.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This summer, Salt Dogs fans are making history at Haymarket Park. We're celebrating 25 seasons of grit, grins, heart, and hometown pride. Lincoln, you built this stadium. You named this team. And season after season, it's you, the fans, that keep us coming back for more. So let our thank you be our promise. The best is yet to come. Your local tradition plays on. Get your tickets at saltdogs.com.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Lights out? Let LES know where to go. With Powerline, your phone number is matched to your service address, so outages can be restored faster. Keep your information up to date at les.com/Powerline.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you looking for a place to host company get-togethers, team meetings, or group events? Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln is the perfect place to host your gathering, with private bays available to meet with clients while you swing the sticks and improve your game. Back 9 Golf offers traditional golf opportunities while also providing fun games and activities available for non-traditional golfers on their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators. Learn about their corporate memberships today and gather your favorite groups together at Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln, just off 14th and Pine Lake Road.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the Early Order Program. Plan for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exact Emerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, owner of A1 Automotive. I want to personally thank you, our customers, for trusting us with your vehicle repair needs. Your support allows us to do what we love, serving people through quality automotive repair. If you're looking for a repair shop that values relationships as much as repairs, we'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. We have 2 locations here in Lincoln, 1117 L Street, 5110 State Hill Drive, and our newest location in Seward, Nebraska, 408 Main Street. Come see us. Visit us online at a1autolincoln.com.
Back to What's Next 24 from the 93.7 The Ticket Studio with the authors of Next 24.
Welcome back in. What's Next 24. Harrison Arns of the ones and twos. We got Mike and Sheri, the host, as always. Appreciate everybody tuning in every single morning, and don't go anywhere. We got our full Sunday slate up ahead.
Thanks, Harrison. We are so glad to be back with our very, very, very special and esteemed guest, and so precious to me and Mike is our producer, Harrison Aarons.
Yeah, we thought, gosh, we keep looking for guests, and we got one right here every week that we have. Harrison, tell us, as you're going back, this is fun, just hearing your journey, your story. Had no idea that you're going to be in architecture. This job you have right now, you just seem so natural at, and you are good at it. Is this your plan, you think? I mean, as far as staying in this profession?
Yeah, I think definitely the profession. The only other way I'd maybe lean is like get more on the technical side as far as the editing and that stuff together goes. But I love being on air. Again, I think I enjoy talking maybe too much at times, but I definitely like this part. I don't know if I'll ever leave Lincoln. That's
Yeah.
one. It's funny. Everyone in Hartington says this. I don't know if they said that where you were at too, but they say Lincoln's kind of like a trap. Like every kid, a lot of kids who would graduate, they go to Lincoln and then it's over and they never want to leave.
Yes.
You know, and I wonder if I'm in that trap, but I don't think it's, you know, an uncomfortable trap. Like I really do enjoy my time here. So I don't know if I'll ever leave the city of Lincoln. I keep things open, but I'm really happy where I'm at right now.
Well,
and I'm telling you what, that being really happy is everything.
Mhm.
Tell us really quick, Harrison, what's something that our listeners would be surprised to learn about being a producer?
Being a producer. I think that you'd just be surprised about all the like small details you got to be on top of all the time.
Yeah.
You know, just it's not hard. Again, I don't think I don't want to make like what I'm doing is like this is an impossible job. Nobody can learn how to like people can learn how to do it. It's just being on top of it all the time and being aware of when things go wrong. Again, like you have to be the troubleshoot. The most stressful thing you can ever do to a producer. You guys have been through it. Now, luckily, we have multiple mics, but you know, a bad mic. Okay, how do we fix that? The camera stop going. All that stuff when you're live, like your stress is going to shoot up. It's up to you to fix it, though. So those are probably the biggest things. Producers like learn how to troubleshoot.
Well, Harrison, tell us about the impact that Rebecca and Derek have had on you. I mean, of course, look at the state. You talk about the station you were in, and now look at where you're at now. This beautiful location here on O Street, 1040 O Street. Tell us just the impact on Rebecca and Derek to you.
You know, really nice people. Again, I'll never for them just giving me the opportunity. I'll always be grateful for it. And you know, Rebecca, she's very business. For everyone else, she's got like Exxon Mobil background. She's done commercials with Matumbo. Like Rebecca Pearson. I don't think people always realize like what her resume is. She's an incredibly accomplished businesswoman out there. And then DP's the flip side of that, but on the sports media side of things.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny for those who listen one-on-one with DP. I mean, talk about two different backgrounds, you know, and I think me and DP understand that and have a lot of fun with it. But DP comes from a completely different neck of the woods than I do. But I think why we get along, we do come from a place of genuinely caring and just being good people. So despite the vast differences, like we really do enjoy each other. So I think that's, you know, quite a bit of fun and just getting to know those guys more and more. It's great people.
Well, I don't think people realize the variety of programming that this station has.
Mhm.
It's quite broad. But you get to do that. You get to work on that. What's that impact on you to do so many different shows and meet so many different guests, and have to prepare and ask good questions and what's it been like for you?
I love it. I really do enjoy helping people. I could never be a doctor. I could never get in the medical field. So this is the best thing I can do is just talking to people and making connections. And we got Pete chiming in here. Pete, I appreciate it. You know, he's got some really kind words for me as well. But working with guys like Pete Ferguson. You know, if you think I'm a nice guy, go talk to Pete Ferguson.
Absolutely.
And go
One
see
of the
the
best.
things that he does for the community. Go talk to Chris Raff, one of the nicest, you know, giants you'll meet. You can talk to even Rebecca Pearson. I know there's been times I've messed up at this company. And Rebecca's been really nice about, you know, handling it and making sure it's like, okay, we're fine. We'll get back on track. So the patience of the staff here and, you know, those guys are great. And then all the community shows, the Malone Center, you know, not only because John Goodwin's a Bears fan, but, you know, he also does a lot of great stuff for the community. So, you know, I've outside of the Jay Foremans, the Terrell Farleys, like I got to see Tom Osborne and you did too, Sheri, at that Caracol Chronicles camp.
Yeah.
The community leaders as well. Like it's really cool.
Well,
Guys,
and we're
sorry, Sheri. I want you, both of you, take a minute. You were both there at Adam's camp.
Uh.
Talk about the camp, would you guys?
Well, let me tell you.
And what it meant to the show.
I apologize, Adam and Angie. I still need to make a post about this, but you know, watching those two meeting Adam and Angie when we first started the show probably has been one of our bigger blessings. But watching those two work together in tandem as husband and wife towards this goal of what they're giving to these children. I mean, there was a couple times where, I know, big surprise, I actually teared up, teared up watching the kids, watching the excitement in their faces, watching, you know, the meeting that some of these Husker heroes. I mean, it blew me out of the water, and it was so well run and so well organized. Yes, I give a lot of that credit to Adam, but let me tell you what, watching Angie and working with Angie behind the scenes on this thing, that football camp would not be what it is without her work, her heart, and her soul. But you know what? The crazy thing is, it's not just them. It's also their kids.
Mm-hmm.
3 of their kids were there. Shoot, Jacob was one of the coaches. 2 of the daughters participated. I'm sorry, there was 4 of their kids there. The other daughter, bless her heart, I absolutely love you, Trinity. But I'm just going to tell a quick little anecdote on Trinity. I said, your sisters are participating in the camp. Why aren't you? Well, I don't like football. I'm like, wait a minute, little girl. You're in the Carricker family. You don't like football? No, I don't like football. I said, were you adopted? And of course, Angie and Jordan laughed at that. But
my brothers ask me all the time.
Yeah, but she said, I like football, but the only football I like is soccer. I'm like, okay, girl. But anyways, I mean, the whole family works in tandem towards this. And, seeing Coach Osborne there, just once again, that was another tear I shed, and watching those guys, watching Eric Crouch and some of these guys that knew him, that played for him, and seeing them surrounding him with such respect as he talked it was mind blowing. And having the ticket there was, makes it even more special. Harrison, and I'm gabbing like you, so you give your take on what Wednesday was like.
Yeah, I think you nail it. As well-oiled machine. I think Adam Carricker would tell you the same. Angie's a big part of that show and just his whole show in general. She does a lot for it. Their whole family's great. I think that was the biggest thing that stuck out to me. Well-oiled machine. Of course, you had Tom Osborne, but Mike, did you play football growing up?
I did, over at Southeast.
Okay, did you ever go to like football camps where you felt like we're just kind of standing around?
Yes.
Not the best use of money or time. This was the opposite. This was one where I've been to camps like that too. I'll never forget. It was up in Sioux Falls. I won't say the name of the school. The last day it was kind of spitting out, raining. They canceled the last day. If I'm a parent, I'm upset. Clearly that was a money grab more than it felt like really development. Otherwise you would have, just waited 30 minutes to go play the game. This is one, you're moving to stations. You're getting coached by, again, former black shirts. You get Tom Osborne to show up, and the stations were moving. You had armband, so everyone was getting work reps in. Nobody was just sitting there waiting, playing participation. And to me, that's a good football camp. So Carricker, they deserve a ton of credit for that, and along with just seeing all those coaches. So it's really cool.
The coaches engaged with these kids.
Yeah,
they
did.
engaged with them, made them feel like they were the only one there.
Harrison, tell me a little bit more. What's it like to work with DP on the show with his knowledge of sports and the variety of sports?
You learn history and you realize why it's important. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a lot of fun too, talking to him. It's like you go back in these chapters, and I'm a big, NBA guy, and one of the more fun conversations that you usually get to have with him. And sometimes it can be music, like it was one day, but other times it could be basketball and talking about, the ABA back in the day, Dr. J, these old team names, how these teams, move from this point to this point. At one point, there's the CFL team in Baltimore, which was news to me. But, figuring out all these things by just having those conversations of the past, like Naismith, how did basketball spread to the world, through World War I? There's not a lot of people that would understand the origins of this. But when you have people like DP and, even other people here that have just watched more sports than I have, I'm 27. Some of these guys are 30, 40, 50, just natural. They're going to know the history a little bit better. So here, I always enjoy that stuff, and it's cool getting to hear it.
Can you pick out one show that's had a big impact on you? I know there's a lot, but is just one that just sort of struck out to you?
Man, a big show. If I honestly had to pick one, I'd probably go with the first, like all the way back to like the very first Ticket Weeknight shows. I don't know if I could give it to one, but we used to have like Madison, Ronquillo, Reagan Hinsey, Amara, Smith Spades was a bowler, and she had Gwen, another bowler. I think those were like the very first 2 weeknight shows.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You know how crazy nuts I am about meeting my Husker heroes. When you started working for the station up until this day, who was the one Husker hero, football, basketball, whatever, that you met where you were just like little kid excited?
All of them. Like, it's pretty hard to like pick one. I don't get super starstruck in the sense to where like, oh, I need to go, run up to him, tell him my name, tell him how much I love them, get a picture.
Yeah.
I kind of just admire from afar and just try to let what I think are celebrities be normal in their space, but I a lot. That's the best answer I could
Well, I
give.
thought it was interesting when, remember one of the first shows we had, Matt Rule's out here walking his dog.
Yeah, it's
By the
like
window,
I mean, that's, so to be fair, like that does get me starstruck. When you see the head coach walking by with his dog after a football game, you're like, interesting. It catches your eye.
Let's real quick. I know we got to take a break soon, but now you're gearing up this fall. Falls with Husker football, Husker volleyball. There's going to be basketball soon, which we're all curious about. Tell us a little bit about the preparation that's going to go into this.
It's happening. I think
happening now.
Yeah, we're getting all the ducks in a row here. We're gonna have media days coming up. That one's up in Chicago. We'll put the lineup out for that one down the road here. We got the remotes. We got the Lincoln Challenger as well. Not even football. We still have some summer things to take care of. That one's actually today. You can go out there, and then as well tomorrow we'll be doing a live remote there at the Sid Dillon Tennis Center, which really great. I encourage you guys, like $20 at the most for a single day. If you want the full week, I think it's just north of $100, but that's a full week of really, really great tennis athletes. Not Nebraska. These guys are from all over. So we'll have that. So we got to take care of the summer. And then, I mean, you guys have seen the ticket. When fall hits and football's rolling,
it's a crazy
it's
time.
crazy.
It's a lot of fun.
And then if Fred Hoiberg keeps coaching it like the way he has been, then we'll roll into basketball. And if baseball's having a lot of success, shout out to Troy Dan and a majority of the athletic department. Like, it's easier to talk about this stuff when you have incredible seasons. Like, what they get 17, I think, in the Directors Cup this year. So it helps when athletics are doing really well. But we'll be getting ready for fall before we know it down there in Chicago. Big media days.
Harrison, do we need to take a break?
We got time for like one more.
Okay, I'm gonna first off, I'm just gonna say this. I saw a lady that had one of those big water beverage cups the other day that I think I'm going to order you for football season, and it said chaos coordinator.
There we go. Let's take a break and we'll be right back, and we'll finish up in just a minute.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
This summer, as the world watches the pitch, Raising Cane's is serving up the best matches all tournament long, like chicken fingers and cane sauce. No matter who you're rooting for this summer, kick it with Cane's for the games. One love.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find lending solutions that move your business forward. Swing in anytime. I'd love to hear what you're building. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Iconic summer moments deserve an iconic drink. Reach for Mountain Dew, an American original. From its beginnings in the foothills of Tennessee to your biggest summer yet. The refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew is the perfect companion to your American summer adventures. Enjoy the refreshing citrus kick of Mountain Dew. Tasting great since '48. Look for Mountain Dew in stores near you at mountaindew.com. That's mountaindew.com.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard by Marriott Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the Bistro, where you will enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard by Marriott, Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
Are you looking for a place to host company get-togethers, team meetings, or group events? Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln is the perfect place to host your gathering, with private bays available to meet with clients while you swing the sticks and improve your game. Back 9 Golf offers traditional golf opportunities while also providing fun games and activities available for non-traditional golfers on their top-of-the-line full-swing simulators. Learn about their corporate memberships today and gather your favorite groups together at Back 9 Golf in South Lincoln, just off 14th and Pine Lake Road.
Heads up, LES customers, July 31st is almost here. And that's when our Fairfield Street customer lobby is closing for good. The good news, we've still got plenty of ways to support you. Find your best options at les.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves. We would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate again. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios at 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to What's Next 24 from the 93.7 The Ticket studio with the authors of Next 24.
Welcome back in. Last segment, What's Next 24. Mike Sheri, the host as always, and Harrison Arns on the board.
Well, Harrison, thank you for sharing your story, your life a little bit, peeling back the curtain and what we're seeing. As we do this final segment, we got a couple quick questions for you. For you, looking back, what are you most proud of?
I think sticking with it, I think that's the biggest thing for a lot of kids today. You guys are probably aware of it. I'm thankful to have a job right now. It's a little bit easier in Lincoln, but there's kids with degrees, some kids with master's degrees in their hands, and they've sent 100, 200 job applications and they still don't have a job. It's not because they're not qualified. It's not because they're not smart enough.
Yep.
It's just really tough right now.
It's horrible.
So I'm just grateful to have this job right now.
Harrison, if you could interview anyone in sports, past or present, who would it be and why?
I think Derrick Rose would always be one as a Bulls fan. This the greatest, what if kind of story. Kobe Bryant, obviously for tragic reasons, that one's not available anymore. I think those were some of the biggest guys that I watched, like that mindset that they had. It was always really kind of golden to me. So that's why I'd want to definitely reach their air. As far as coaches go, Ed Orgeron would just be fun. Just having an interview with that guy. I don't know if I'd understand everything he says with that heavy accent, but he seems like just a really fun guy to hang out with. So yeah, those are some of the ones that popped in my head.
Couple quick questions. What advice would you give someone who wants to get into sports broadcasting?
If you want to get into sports broadcasting, don't wait. Start doing stuff yourself until you get that job. The beautiful thing about sports broadcasting today or sports media in general is you can start right now. You don't have to work at the Ticket to get a show out there. You could set it up. Even your phones have great cameras now. You really just need a microphone to set it up. You can record you can do all that stuff, and you put it out there and you don't feel like it's great. That's fine. You can just keep practicing. And then if you do feel like you have some good stuff, start going live with it, see how it does, be willing to take criticism. You guys probably see it all the time. Like the internet today is full of bots. They're full of people that, on burner accounts that don't have anything nice to say. And then there's some people that have great things to say.
Right.
You're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are. You got to find that middle and just kind of trust what you're putting out there.
Harrison, what has working at the Ticket taught you?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm trying to figure out a way to sum it down into one thing. It probably just goes back to that. You're never, because us talking about sports, we learned this too. You're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as you think you are. For all the great things that the Ticket has done, we can't be happy with where we're at. We got to keep pushing because the competition's behind us, and that's every company, every business out there. But I think that's the biggest part, is just never be satisfied. There's always room to grow. I think moving from the old station to this station is a big sign of that. Could we have stayed at the old station, had a smaller team, kept the checks coming through? Yeah, we could have figured that out. Or we could maybe push ourselves, grow bigger, and see if we can do 18 hours of radio. Well, now we're doing 18 hours of radio.
Well, Harrison, I got to ask you, because this is my feeling. I think this studio has a special feel.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, Lincoln, you could tell me this better. Has Lincoln needed this?
Oh, has Lincoln needed this? Absolutely. They needed something like this for many, many years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something where you can be seen, walk by, be present, to be present. And as you know, I work downtown, and we drive by here to see the station and the marquee outside. Yes.
It's
definitely.
It's not the same old. Even as big as Omaha is, they don't have anything like this.
No.
They've got great radio stations, they've got great producers, great radio personalities, but they don't have this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this is special. If any of you who have not been down here, come down here and take a look at the station. Of course, you've got the mill coffee in here, studio and you can see this studio from the outside. It's just a wonderful place to be. Sheri, if somebody wanted to be a guest on this show, how do they go about contacting us?
That's a good question, Mike.
They can contact the station.
They can contact the station, ask for Harrison. He'll get the message to us. Or my email is Sheri, Sheri, NXT 24 gmail.com. We're not going to give out our phone numbers. However, ladies, if you would like Harrison's phone number, contact me on that email, and I'll be happy to give it to him.
But if someone's out there who's listening who has a story that they want to share and that is motivational and important, we'd like to hear from you. We also have a book called Next 24, which is available. I'll put up the book real quick. It's available right now on Amazon.com for $5.34. Normally $36. So,
or you can walk into Barnes & Noble at South Point and pick up an autographed copy for just a few pennies more.
A little more. Anyway, Harrison, what's in your future? If I asked somebody that, what would you say? What's your hope?
More sports radio.
More sports radio.
Like I said, I don't have any plans to leave anytime soon. I haven't even been looking for other jobs. Like I said, I like what I'm doing right now.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit because it blows me away now about the World Cup and soccer. Give us your take on that. What was your impression?
It is kind of funny. It's when it comes to soccer, it's like the U.S. As soon as we lost, it's like, yeah, we never cared. It seems like kind of the sentiment. Now, there's people that really do care,
except for Trinity Carricker.
And there's
and
some
Charlie
people,
Wister.
like I said, not everyone. I just think you feel the casuals immediately like, all right, well, we're out of the mix now. I think that's 4 out of the last 5 times. The one time we didn't make it past the group stage. The other 4 times we did make it past. That's the round we've lost every single time. So it's tough. I don't know what it's going to take for the U.S. soccer to catch. Like France right now is a monster. Spain right now is a monster. There's a lot of teams in the Netherlands, all those. I don't understand it either because it does feel like the one sport that and the average kid can envision themselves doing. Yeah. I can look at NBA players. I don't know if I can be 6'11" just because of willpower. I can look at NFL players and they're 300 pounds, they're 6'5" giants. I can't. Whatever genes I have, that's what's going to decide if I can get that build.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to this on the way. Messi's like what, 5'8"?
Yep.
Soccer is kind of one of the beautiful sports where if you have the dedication and skill, you can usually find ways to get out there on the field.
Yes.
So it is always a little bit surprising that there's not more kids that can envision themselves being a pro soccer player because that's kind of the build that I feel like most people can at least envision themselves getting to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll ever catch up in my lifetime. There'd have to be a drastic shift.
What was your take last night on the USC fights?
We talked a little bit off air. I told my friends are, they'll gamble. I'm a 1-800-bets off guy, but to each your own, right? I'm not, you can do what you want with your money.
Yes.
But I told him, I was like, don't pick McGregor. Now, I didn't know it was going to be like that he was going to blow out his knee after that first kick. I just figured heading into it, yes, I did have input from Anthony Lionheart Smith, and he said it live on air. So we all had input to it. Just kind of what his thoughts were. Is this Max Holloway's a pure fighter? Like he's still living the UFC life. So even if McGregor doesn't blow out his knee, I would have gone Max Holloway, but just tough. It's just such an anticlimactic finish.
Well, what's so interesting about McGregor is the impact that he had on the sport.
Yeah, he blew it up.
I mean, he blew it up. I mean, he is the man that really made that thing take off in many ways.
It's just a lot of stuff after the fighting, like some bad PR stuff and a couple times that were not great. And then on top of it, I think he was trying to run in politics too. I can't remember what for.
He may have.
Yeah, and whatever. Like you can do what you want. All that to say, he was not living the UFC fighter life the same way Max Holloway. Max Holloway never left it. Conor McGregor felt like he was dipping back into it.
Yes.
So that's why, again, it's the injury didn't obviously decided it for them, but I still thought it was Max Holloway.
People may forget he had a pretty bad injury. That broken leg was pretty bad.
It looked bad right off the rip.
It did.
Harrison, really quick, because I'm watching the clock like you do. We talk about people's legacy. You're awful young to think about legacy. However, if you could think about your legacy, what do you hope people remember about you?
I hope they generally just remember that I was a great guy that wanted to only help out others, and that people remember me for a person that just brought more happiness into their life.
And you've got 2 minutes. You talk to the community like all of other our guests do. You say whatever you want.
Yes, almost
to the
forgot,
community.
Harrison. What would you like to say?
Well, I appreciate all the ticket listeners riding along with me throughout this entire thing. Like I said, I'm Bill here in Lincoln. You'll continue to hear my voice, but for me, and I'll say for the rest of the ticket, we generally appreciate all the ticket listeners. We're not downtown unless you guys are listening. We're not going to big media days unless you're listening. We're not doing a lot of the stuff we're doing unless we have the fan base behind us to support it. So shout out to them, our sponsors, for believing in us. And then all the talent. You guys are included in that for trusting the ticket to have these shows.
I appreciate that because we were just so lucky to be here and enjoy it so much. Harrison, thank you. We'll end it today.
We love you, H. We love you.
And we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
When your business is ready for its next move, I'm here to help make it happen. I'm Corey Vandeweghe, Commercial Loan Officer at Midwest Bank on 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Lincoln is full of bold ideas and hardworking business owners, and I'm proud to support the people driving that progress. Whether you're launching something new or investing in growth, I'll work with you to find